All right, strap in, because I think this is going to be a bit of a weird one. There's way more backstory to this than you would think for such a pedestrian item that we're about to review. But first things first, we have to give credit to where credit is due. Thank you very much to our friend, Mr. Daryl Etheridge, aka Razzle Dazzle, for the donation of this fine box of Canadian potato chips, which all pretty much sucked, and that we're finishing up today. It's been a long, arduous process, but thank you very much for the donation. I know your heart was in the right place, and you didn't create these potato chips yourself, so it's not your fault that they fucking sucked and made me want to kill myself. But nevertheless, I have to persist, and we're about to read a bit from his lovely letter that he included. And I'm just going to mention here at the end, he says, since you've been asking for some fresh threads to sport while filming SUCKCHIPS, I've also included some stickers, which I have over there, and a couple of shirts I designed. Look at this. One of two. Got a pink one, got a yellow one. Great stuff. Thank you so much for your contribution. It's amazing that some fella you never even met living in a whole ass other country saw your stupid face on Instagram eating potato chips and felt moved enough to, at his own expense, accumulate, package, and ship a large parcel of material for me to review. So I hope it was worth it for you. Now, we're coming to the end of a rather miserable run here, and I can't wait for it to be over, even though all the stuff I have planned for the next round of chips don't seem to promise any relief. But nevertheless, I'm going to read from this lengthy description of all the various morsels that he sent. And here we go. And finally, in honor of the impending end of SUCKCHIPS as a body of work, who knows when that will happen, what better way to finish off than with a potato snack based on the now bankrupt restaurant chain T.G.I.FRIDAYS, namely the Bacon Ranch potato skins. Obviously, this is an American potato snack, but I just couldn't resist including it in the array of chips I presented to you, given the current miserable state of the restaurant brand. Perhaps these will offer a clue to the franchise's untimely demise. Hopefully, they won't be so terrible to also herald the end of the Super Sucklord. I highly doubt that. Thank you for this letter. It's going into the archive. And now we're just going to focus on this bag of T.G.I.FRIDAYS potato skins. Now, this is weird and complicated for a number of reasons, and I'm going to have to actually give some history here because there's like kind of two things going on here as well as a personal anecdote. So hey, I'm sure if you're just sitting on the toilet doing nothing, you can follow along. Now, T.G.I.FRIDAYS is some fucking fast food chain, casual dining fast food chain of American restaurants that we've all heard of and seen around. I've only eaten at T.G.I.FRIDAYS once in my entire life, and that's when I was a freshman in college, and I was in Eugene, Oregon, and across the highway from where I was living, they had a T.G.I.FRIDAYS. And this was all a little bit novel to me because it was like one of those all-American strips of fast food restaurants that you see all the time that we didn't necessarily have here in New York. So I, thought, okay, let's go check it out. We were on a budget and they had, what do you call it? Like an all-you-can-eat buffet Fridays, So it was like, oh, me and my friend were like, yeah, let's go over there and we're going to eat these people out of house and home. Yeah, we're really going to fucking get over. And so we go and they have this fucking buffet. Place is miserable. It's like a fluorescent lighting, tiled linoleum type situation. Miserable atmosphere. Nothing going on. Fake plants, all that crap. But I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to eat all I can. And so I went and I heaped all this shit on there, a big plate of food, every single fucking thing they could offer. Think I'm gonna fucking eat 10 of these plates. Fuck you. You're gonna lose money. And I had got the spaghetti and meatballs as one of the things. And I took one bite of one of those meatballs and I'm like, kill me. I'm Italian, all right? I grew up, I had an Italian grandmother who made some absolutely slapping meatballs. I'd never had a bad meatball in my life. Had that. They were so bad, they were just frozen little balls of just processed fucking, it tastes like a hot dog, a round hot dog. And I'm like looking at this gigantic plate of food being like, I don't even think I can finish this plate. This food is so fucking bad. Never set foot in TGI Fridays again. Never thought about it. Any bit of advertising commercial that they ever fucking played just went right over my goddamn head, and in one out there the other. Fuck them. And apparently they've filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and all the restaurants are going to close. Who gives a fuck? I wouldn't even know them. I'm not even going to miss it. Fuck TGI Fridays. Fuck you. Fuck your bag of potato chips. But just to have a little background information, I just looked up TGI Fridays just to see who the hell they are, who they were. And I did not know that TGI Fridays started in New York City in 1965 as a singles bar. Apparently the guy that founded TGI Fridays couldn't meet women. He was going out to singles bars and all these places and just couldn't meet women, so he made a restaurant over there near the UN building that was designed for him to meet women. And I guess it was nothing like what it became. It was actually, I guess, kind of like a mid-tier kind of nice place, and it was apparently there was nothing like it at the time, which I wasn't alive, so I can't imagine it. Said it was actually so popular at one point that they had actually put velvet ropes outside, and people were waiting online to get into TGI Fridays New York City in the mid-60s. And then I guess it became this gigantic corporate chain, and then it became this middle American thing, and apparently they spread all over the world, and they were greatly criticized at the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine war because they didn't divest from Russia. It was like all this shit, and now they're going bankrupt, and now I'm going to have to force myself to eat their stupid fucking potato skins, which is a whole other story, because these potato skins type snacks are actually like a beloved cult classic. When I was in high school and younger, Keebler Elves introduced a snack called potato skins because apparently there was a potato skin craze going on in the fast food world, where they would, just bake a potato, scoop out the inside, mush it up with cheese and other stuff, and then bacon bits and scallions and sour cream, and then put it back in the potato skin and then bake it. Put cheese on top of it, and everyone thought this was the greatest fucking thing in the world. I didn't give a flying fuck, but apparently it was so popular, it was like as popular as the Rubik's Cube at the time, that they actually went ahead and Keebler made a snack called potato skins, which weren't real potato skins at all. They were just yet another reconstituted, molded form that was made from potato starch that they just browned on one side to make it look like a potato skin. I had them when I was a kid. I was really into potato chips when I was a kid. I didn't care for them at all. I thought they were fake, stupid, insulting, and kind of just, I felt talked down to by them. I felt like intellectually insulted by them even as a child, that I didn't partake in them. But apparently they were canceled in like 2001, something like that, and they are apparently sorely missed. Apparently they had a huge like cult following of people that were absolutely devoted to these fucking potato skin chips, that they were recently revived by various companies. I think Utz was making them for a minute, and I guess whatever Inventure Foods, licensed by TGI Friday, decided to get in on the potato skins revival and create this. And from what I'm reading on these deep fucking rabbit holes on Reddit, is that they're not as good as the originals. Not that how do you compare, But anyway, I'm expecting to hate these, and just because I hated the original chips, and I hate TGI Fridays, I have nothing but negative thoughts about them in my mind. And the only thing that these may have going for them is I haven't eaten anything all day, so they might squeak by on that. But anyway, I've got to do my duty and consume these here, and hopefully I'll be proven wrong on all counts. One of my favorite things is to be wrong when it benefits me. Now, these stink. It smells like wood, or it smells like a fabrication shop. I used to work doing sign making and corporate displays, and they would work with a lot of plastic and wood and would cut it all day, and the air would be thick with this smell, which I don't think is a great way to start. But anyway, okay, so here's what we're talking about here. Yeah, they're shaped like these little potato halves, and one side is slightly browner than the other. Looks like whatever the hell this is. It's just sort of like a thick, bubbly fucking Pringle with dust on it, colorful dust on it. Well, I mean, nah, these suck. For a fucking second there you have me. I'll put it to you this way. The slurry is not bad. Bacon ranch. If it was on a decent substrate, I'd be cool with it. But the chip itself, pulpy bullshit. Pulpy bullshit. And I've already been talking for almost 12 minutes. About what? This doesn't deserve 12 minutes of my time. 12 minutes of my attention and discourse. Not at all. I mean, alright. Bring it back down to earth here. There. Alright. I'm gonna eat it, but I've never in my life, ever, go running to Reddit to post nostalgic musings on the long-lost Tato skins by Keebler-Elves and lamenting and bemoaning the fact that I have to settle for this unconvincing facsimile, this insincere replication of this subpar and substandard imitation of a beloved bullshit snack that sucked back then. Jesus. Cut me off now, please.